Thank you for tuning in. My name's Honiana White. I am the founder of Interfaith Ministries. This is a place where you will see how faith changes lives. Look, I'm talking on a subject today. I'm really passionate about it, and just want to share on this. I'm going to be talking about science and a scientific, knowledgeable view of life, and I'm going to be talking about spirituality and faith and a faith walk in life, and how those two things, they're actually not just necessary, but they're compatible with each other. Look at that, makes a heart. It's an awesome. Practice that before. You can use that if you want to. Look, they're not just compatible with each other, but they're necessary for having a full appreciation for this life and the life experience. And it's in this modern time, there's a misconception that the two are actually against each other. But when you look and take an honest look at things, you'll see the four founders of science, the great big names like Da Vinci and Galileo, and I mean there's hundreds of them out there. They were Christians, and they were giving honor to God in their research into this creation. It's in this modern time where there's been a bit of a butting of heads of sorts between Christianity and science, and I just want to clarify, that the two things actually, they complement each other in having a broader viewpoint of life. They're not against each other. So what I mean by that is there's certain areas where science just, it can't explain clearly. It can give you a definition, but it doesn't give you precisely. And I'll give you an example which I want you to think about for yourself. That example for me is love. Okay, science can describe to you, give you a definition of what love is and its purpose, but it doesn't give you the full expression of what love is. I've had one person explain to me that love is simply a chemical reaction that's necessary for us to procreate. And I asked him, is that what you do when you love your grandmother? It didn't go down so well, but do you see what I mean about it doesn't actually fit nice and neat in the description, but your experience of love. That is the full answer, You'll know for yourself. You can answer that for yourself. Another thing that's really clear to me is like through music, and in particular tone. We can talk about tone, we can define tone, we can make tone fit in lots of graphs, but we know from ourselves when you hear that tone that your body or your mind is resounding with, it makes you tap your feet, it makes you boogie. I mean, science doesn't explain how you want to boogie, okay, but it can give you a nice description. So this is where I'm moving into now, is about faith. There's areas where science can't explain nice and neat and precisely, but when you have an experience with faith, when you know in your heart that God is a real experiential existence of God, and he touches you and he touches in your heart, and you feel something there, that's what I'm talking about when I talk about my walk of faith. I really want a couple of things to come out of this. What I want is, I want you to go away from this, and I want you to think about what was Honiana on about, an actual experience with God. Okay? And another thing I want to come out of this is I want people to stop bagging Christians so hard out. Okay? Because we walk in faith. It's actually the hard walk, it's the high walk, because we're only wanting to reach out to you and express to you that there's a little bit more to this life. Please don't shut it off with, I need proof. I need proof. Do you need science to prove love to you for you to accept that love is a real thing? No, you don't. Do you need science to prove to you beyond a doubt about tone and about music penetrating into your soul, into your spirit, and it gets your groove on? No, you don't need that proof there. But when it comes to God, it's like, oh, don't cut it off because I need proof. I need scientific proof. Science doesn't give you the full rainbow. And that's why I'll go back to where I started. To have a full appreciation of life, to really know, you need to understand that science and faith are compatible, and there is the true expression of life right there. God bless you. I care about you. This is why I'm trying to share a message with you. If this has rubbed you up the wrong way, if you've got your heckles up, if you feel like you want to have a bit of an argument with me, post it up in the comments. You're the person I'm reaching out to right now. I love the fan mail, bring it on. And the other side of it is, I don't actually want to argue. I'm reaching out and I want to just share with you that there is another view of life. God bless you. Love you. Heaps. Ngā mihi.